Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Design Spark mechanical tutorial, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a control arm from a drawing, two-dimensional drawing with dimensions. Okay, to start off we're going to go File, New Design. Make sure it's in millimeters. I know that this is, so we're going to go ahead and go with Plan View. I got a drawing here that we're going to use. Drag that in. Go ahead and close this. Let's go full size. So what we want to do first, now normally, if I was creating a part like this, I wouldn't necessarily trace over this, but this is actually a very good way to learn if you're not too familiar with drafting, or you're not too familiar with 3D modeling. You can follow along. And the nice part about doing it like this is it's almost like if you're an artist and you want to trace something, you project it up on the wall, you trace over it. Your chances of error are minimized because you actually know right away if you've made a mistake, you didn't size something right, because you're going to be able to see it on the overlay. So just think of this as an overlay. This is a very good way to learn. And then eventually, you could probably have this drawing on, if you have two monitors, you could have this drawing off to the monitor on the right as a reference only, and then you would be drawing your part in SolidWorks or whatever program you might use. SolidWorks, Design Spark Mechanical, any one of the AutoCAD programs, Fusion 360, but you get the idea. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and draw a construction line, and we just want this to be 110 millimeters. And then we're going to go ahead and scale up this, so we're going to click on it first, and you get these little control points. Best way to size it is just click on the one on the lower corners, and then hold down the Shift key and just drag this up. And then just when you have to do it again, just drag. Okay, let's pan this over, and then oops, let's Control minus, missing my line there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to line up this line here and then this line here, so we still need to make this bigger. So hold down the Shift key, and then go ahead, and once those two are close, then we're going to go ahead and start drawing our part. So we still have to drag this drawing a little bit bigger, so right about to there. Okay, so just make sure that they're close, and they are. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that line first. Then we're going to drag this A line down to the red line there, and just so it's on the level. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get our circle tools. We're going to start with those, and then we're going to click in the center there. We're going to drag out. This is 30, so we'll type 30. Then we're going to go ahead and draw the second one. This is going to be 60, so we'll type in 60. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and get a construction line, and you're going to go from here over to here, which is supposed to be 110. That's Control minus just to make sure. Okay, that's 110. Oh, the line got wonkied. Okay, go from there over to there. Type in 110, Control plus. The 110 is going to be for this circle here, so we're going to go ahead and draw that one in. And this one's going to be, let's double check on this. Got them right there. It's going to be 100. Okay. You can move this drawing around. That's okay if you move it around. And if it needs to be scaled up a little bit, and go right ahead and do that. As long as the lines that you created are straight, then that's all that matters. Okay, so we're going to go here. So let's go Control plus. Okay, so you've got this circle in here. You're going to go ahead and put this little 20 millimeter line in here. So we're going to pan this up so we can see. So from here to here, that's 20. So you're going to get another construction line, and you're going to go straight across to the right and type in 20. Okay, now you're good there. So now we want to take this line here, which we want to initially rotate up 51 degrees, and we want it to be 127 in length. So we're going to do a construction line, and we're going to drag off to the right, type in 127, and we're going to go ahead and select the click off. We're going to move, so get our move tool, we're going to select this. We want to move this anchor point, so there's two ways to do that. You can drag over, or you can go change this anchor point and then up to, and then up to here. But I'm going to go ahead and just drag it over, that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and spin this 51 degrees as indicated on a drawing. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get our circle tool. We want this to be 21. I'm going to go ahead and put in 21. Now we want to pan down, and then we're going to go ahead and get our circle tool again, go from center point, and then we're going to type in 50. Okay, so now we're going to offset these. So actually, let's not offset. Let's go ahead and get our tangent line, and then we're going to go from here, tangent line. Let's get this tool first, right here. Then we're going to go from here down to here. Okay, and then we're going to do the same, get the tangent line. We're going to do the same over here. We're going to go from here down to here. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and offset this. So this is 10 millimeters, so go ahead and get your offset tool. Let's go ahead and type 10, and then click here and move it over and type 10. And we're going to do our trim away as we go, so it's not so, there's not so much to do at the end of all of this. Okay, all right, so now we're going to go ahead and put our lines here. So we're going to go ahead and do the same process with the line tool, tangent line. I'm going to go from here over to here, then from here over to here. Okay, same thing there, offset tool, click on the line, type 10 millimeters, go up 10 millimeters, type 10. Go ahead and get your trim away tool, trim, 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 then trim. Okay, now we're going to do this typical 5 here. So we're going to go create rounded corner. We're going to click here and here, and we're going to type 5. Then we're going to do the same there, click there, click the circle, 5. Then we're going to click here, click the circle, 5. And then click that line and then the circle, 5. Okay, so now you have this in here. Now, sometimes you got to add, this actually deleted the line here, so we're going to have to go ahead and put that back in there, which we eventually will do. So you have all this stuff, so let's go ahead and get the create rounded corners, do the same up here, 5. Click there, 5. That point, the circle, 5. That point, the circle, 5. Okay, so now you got all that. Now you're going to go ahead and put these in there. So go ahead and get your circle tool again. And we're going to go from the midpoint, or the circle, and we're going to type, this is going to be 40. So this actually would be 80. So we're going to go 80 millimeters. Okay, now you're going to do this one, which is 25. So go ahead and click, go from the midpoint. Actually undo, we're going to go from this point. So this first one here is going to be 50. Then the second one is going to be, looks like 44. Okay. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Looks like, okay, let's move that out of the way for now. Go ahead and get our trim away. I don't want this trim away to get too carried away, because it can be a lot to deal with when you have to trim away a lot of stuff. Okay, so you're good right here. So what you're going to have to do is Control minus, Let's go ahead and get rid of this line. You don't need it. We'll trim away that. And like I said earlier, there's some stuff that we have that got deleted when we rounded corners. Sometimes that happens. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of these. So you're going to have to add this circle back in there. So no problem there. We'll just grab that. Go from the center point up. Type in 100. Okay, that's good there. Alright, now we're going to put in this radius here, which is 12. So go ahead and we can do create rounded corners. So we're going to click there, and we're going to go to here and type 12. Okay. And then you got this one, you got these over here. Now you have to put this circle back because it deleted it. So go ahead and go from there straight up. This one is 60. Type 60. Okay. And then you're going to have to do the same thing with this circle up here. So go ahead and get that. I'm going to go from the center point up, and this is 50. Okay, so now you got all that in there. So now you're going to go ahead and put this, you're going to offset this stuff here. So let's go ahead and pan over. Let's go ahead and get a construction line. We're going to go from center to center. Okay, now this is 10 here, so we're going to go ahead and offset this line. We're going to come up 5, and then we're going to go down 5. Okay. Actually, we didn't want a construction line. Sorry about that. Do 1, 2, 3, do 4 undos. Let's get our regular line tool. Go from the center of that to the center of that. Come over here to offset. Let's click there. Let's offset up 5 millimeters, and then let's offset down 5 millimeters. Okay. That's going to be this piece right here. Okay, so now we want to go, I'm going to put this in there. That is in there. So go ahead and go round the corners. Let's round this 5 millimeters. Round that 5 millimeters, and then let's round this 5 millimeters. Not 10, 5. Okay. Do the same there, 5. Click there, then click the second line, 5. Click there and do this, 5. Okay. So now you have these two pieces. Now let's go ahead and get trim away so this doesn't get carried away. Okay, so it looks like you got everything that you need. Go ahead and click delete those two. I'm going to delete this line here and get rid of all of these. Okay, so now let's get a line. We want to go ahead and do a line from there to there. Okay, oh actually that's not right. Let's go ahead and Control plus so we can zoom in a little bit better. Let's get a line. Let's go from the midpoint to midpoint. Okay. Now you're going to go ahead and Control minus. This part here is the circles are 8 and they're on 30. So you're going to go ahead and get a circle. Let's go type 30. And I know that these are 25 millimeters. So we're offset. So we're going to go move. You're going to move that, and then you're going to rotate it. Actually undo. Go ahead and put another line in there. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of this right here. Don't need it. Okay. So let's Control plus. Go ahead and put a line in here from here. Actually undo. Go from there straight across. Doesn't matter how long it is, we're going to be rotating this. So we're going to go to move. We're going to move this to here. And then you're going to rotate it 25 degrees, which is what I figured out the circles are. And then you're going to go ahead and get a circle. And you're going to go to 8 millimeters. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and get rid of that line. And then we're going to get this circle. You're going to go to move. You're going to create pattern. You're going to move the anchor point to the center of this. And then you're going to type in 7. So you need 7 of these. So go ahead and type 7. Okay, okay, that's good there. And this falls right on close to that. Okay, so see, you can see here how this isn't right on the line. That one's not right on the line. And these two are equally spaced in between there. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and get rid of that circle that you put in there. You don't need it. We'll go Control plus. Going to get rid of that little piece of construction line. Now you're going to control. Okay, it looks like your drawing is complete. Now let's just move this over to make sure everything's right on the money. Control minus. Now you're going to go ahead and start extruding this. So we're going to bring in another drawing that I've got. Hopefully we can make sense of this. Let's drag that in. Okay, let's go ahead. Gonna just delete that one. We don't need to. Okay, so this piece here is 40 millimeters. So we want to go ahead and spin this. Let's go ahead and pull. And then we want to pull these from both sides. So go ahead and hit both sides there. And then let's type 40. And then work as we do our work as we go. So get rid of that middle piece. We don't need it. And then the center piece here looks to be 32. And then there's the gap here, which is 4. So that's 40 as well. So we're going to go ahead and pull this. It's Control minus from both sides. We're going to type 40. Okay. Now these, we want to, that needs to be 4 millimeters. So we're going to pull from both sides. Instead of going to 40, we're going to go 4 less. So 40, 39, 37, that's 36. So we're going to pull these from both sides and we're going to type 36. It looks like that's pretty high up there, but I guess that's where it needs to be. So this one too, we're going to go pull both sides, 36. If we have to make adjustments, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so now these, looks like these are 10 plus 10 plus 10, so these are 30. So we'll go ahead and select all of these. We'll go ahead and pull. We'll pull from both sides and we're going to type 30. Okay, let's go ahead and spin this. Make sure this is okay. Looks okay so far. Okay. So this is going to come up 10 millimeters to the top. So this is going to be 40. So 30, 20, so 30. So we're going to go ahead and pull this. Going to pull this piece from both sides and we're going to type 30. Oh no, that's not good. 30. So we have to go 20. Okay. So there's a little bit of a divot in there. This is the same thing. We're going to go ahead and pull from both sides. So click there and we're going to type 20. Nope, 20. So this is going to be 10. Why is this one less? Okay, 10. Okay, let's go ahead and spin this. These should actually be the same thickness. Oh, you're gonna have to move this back here. It looks like, okay, so let's undo this. It looks like that last one didn't do both sides. So we're gonna go both sides, 20. Okay, sorry about that. So we'll go ahead and do this, spin it around. Looks good so far. Okay, so this circle here is a little bit taller according to the drawing, but it still says 22. And I don't know how that could be. So let's go here. Let's go to pull from both sides. See, it can't be 22. So this, according to the drawing here, okay, this is 10 typical. This is 10 typical, which is 20, and this is 10 too, so that's 30. So this is just not right. 9 and 9 is 18, 19, 20, so this should be 22, but it's just barely taller than. We're going to go ahead and pull this because I have a feeling that this is just not right on here. So let's undo this. We're going to go ahead and pull from both sides. It needs to be a little bit taller than this actual metal piece, so I'm going to go 44. That looks to be close to what we need. Although I'm going to check later. We'll probably do a lot of checking on this part to make sure that it's right. So let's go Control plus. Control plus. So this piece here is 8 millimeters. So this is supposed to be 40. So 40, 39, 37, 36. So 32. So we want to go ahead and pull this piece here from both sides, and we want to type in 32. Okay. So far this looks pretty good. The only thing that I would question is this piece here, because there's no way they could be 22 when this piece here is 30. It has to be a little bit taller than that, so somehow that's not kind of correlating. It says that this is supposed to be 10. Okay, this is, alright, this is 30. The divot is 10. Okay, so this, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. We're going to go ahead and spin this. I'm comfortable with how that looks. We'll go ahead and make any necessary changes. This could be the same size as this over here. It's possible, so we could go pull. We could pull that up to here. It looks like that's 2 millimeters shorter, and that looks like that's probably correct. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Delete, and then we're going to bring in the last part of the drawing, which is the actual 3D piece. And then we're going to make sure that this is good. Let's go ahead and full size it. Okay, let's move this out of the way. We'll go click on it. We're going to move, and we'll just check it. Control plus. Okay, it looks like this is good. This is good. It looks like there's some fillets inside of here, and it looks like there's some fillets inside of here. So that's the only thing that I'm going to add. And then it looks like these right here go through, but I don't. That's wrong too. All right, let's go ahead and minimize. Let's see what the drawing says. Nope, these do not go through. The holes go through, but not. Okay, this drawing is just kind of wonky. Okay, these don't go through according to this. This goes through, and then this circle goes through, but these little insets don't go through. They just are solid, but this one here is correct. And then these look like they go all the way through. So, well, let's see what the drawing says here. Okay, these doesn't say anything there. That's not the side view. Let's go ahead and look at that. Looks like that goes through. Okay, for right now, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. We're going to add fillets just where they're indicated. Let's go delete. Let's go to pool. Let's double click till everything is selected, and let's try a 1mm fillet for now. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and pan over. Let's do the same on this side here. Type 1mm. And then let's go ahead and spin this around to the back side. I'm going to do the same right there. 1mm. Go ahead and triple click till everything's selected. 1mm. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go to the top view. I'm going to go and get a net download or look at another control arm and see if these things go through. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to new window here. Let's type in control arm with dimensions. See what we get. How about just control arm? Go to images. Okay, let's go control arm drawing. See what pops up. Okay. Okay, here is a piece here. These definitely go through according to this. They do go all the way through, so we'll go ahead and make ours go all the way through as well. So let's go ahead and spin this. Let's go to pull. Let's pull these straight through. Okay. I'm not going to add anything else to this. I mean, I could add fillets all the way around, but they don't have them on the drawing. So the only other place that I'd probably add some fillets is probably right here. Let's do that. Let's add 1mm of fillet there, or actually 0.5. Let's do a 0.5 there, even though it's not on the drawing. It's 0.5. Let's go ahead and spin this to the back. Let's pan up a little bit. Go ahead and pull. Let's do the same there. 0.5. Let's go do this. 0.5. Go ahead and spin this. I think that looks pretty good for our control arm. We're going to go ahead and keep that like that. We'll go ahead and go to the view for isometric. Okay, that's going to end today's tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got something useful out of the video. And as always, thank you for watching, and please consider liking and subscribing if you find the content useful.